Hello all and welcome to this AWS tutorial. In our tutorial today, we will discuss about AWS KMS custom key stores. Prerequisites for this tutorial is prior knowledge of AWS KMS. Hence, if you do not know this service, please refer to these videos that I am sharing on my screen. URL to both the videos is mentioned right here at the bottom. Let us begin this discussion with what is a custom key store, right? So before we jump into custom key store, let us understand what is a key store. So a key store is nothing else but a secured location for storing cryptographic keys, right? It's self-explanatory, but I still wanted to kind of get it out over there to ensure that you understand the context. That's what a key store is. You're looking for a location or a repository where you can store these cryptographic keys. Now, what is a custom key store? The word custom over here basically says that, hey, there's a certain amount of personalization, certain amount of control, something that you create, right? It's customized. So a custom key store is an AWS KMS resource that is associated with AWS Cloud HSM cluster, hardware security module cluster. That is the key part over here, right? So when you use KMS along with HSM, right, it becomes a custom key store. Remember, typically when you use KMS, your keys are stored in KMS, right? But you can use a hardware security module cluster, like HSM cluster, to basically store your key material. And we will see that in a little bit. So when you create an AWS KMS CMK, customer master key, in your custom key store, right, it generates a 256-bit persistent, non-exportable, symmetric key that is associated with your HSM cluster. Now remember, when you are in AWS KMS, you can create CMKs which are symmetric and asymmetric, right? But in a custom key store associated with HSM, you can only create symmetric keys. And this is as of now when I'm recording this video. Of course, this may change in the future, but as of now, you can only create symmetric keys. Similarly, AWS Cloud HSM supports both symmetric and asymmetric keys. But again, via AWS KMS and this custom key store, right, it only supports symmetric keys. You can use the KMS console and APIs to manage the custom key store and its CMKs. Now, if you need to delete the custom key store, you need to first delete the associated or the created CMKs in the custom key store. And once their their deletion is scheduled and the grace period is over, post that, you can go ahead and delete this custom key store. Now, deleting the custom key store removes resources from KMS, but you still need to take care of your HSM cluster. So I hope that this kind of gave you a good overview of as to what a custom key store is all about, right? Now let us see how does a custom key store work, right? How do custom key stores work? Now, this picture over here to the right is a really good representation. This is from AWS documentation, by the way. So if you go through the documentation, you will find this picture. Right. So here you have KMS, you have KMS CMKs, right? And you have the cloud HSM. Now you can, of course, as you see in the KMS view over here, you can see your CMKs and the CMKs that are there in the hardware security module as well. From your cloud HSM view, you can see the other keys that are present in the HSM, plus the keys that were created leveraging KMS, right? So over here, if you go to see, right, this particular piece, this area right here is the common area, wherein this area holds keys that are created by KMS and stored in HSM. right? Okay, so let us see now. Each custom key store is associated with AWS Cloud HSM, which you already know. When you connect your custom key store to its cluster, KMS basically creates a network infrastructure to support this connection. Right? So remember, you are creating a connection over here, right? Like this. And once it creates this connection, it also, along with that, it also creates a user or a set of credentials basically to log into HSM. That is basically a dedicated crypto user. And once you are logged in and connected to your HSM, then you can start creating your keys in your custom key store. Now remember that you are creating these keys in KMS, but the key material is stored in HSM, right? So you need both of these services to work together for you to retrieve that CMK. So you can see these keys in KMS, you can manage them from KMS, but remember that their material is stored in HSM. And I cannot stress this enough, that's why I'm repeating this multiple number of times. So key material is stored in HSM. So let's say for whatsoever reason, if this HSM module goes down, right? This that particular module, let's say this module goes down, it's not available. Your KMS CMK is right here. So you'll be able to see the CMK, but you cannot use it. Why? Because this HSM module is down. The key material is stored here. And for you to use this key, you need to go and get the key material. And this connection, remember, the connection uh, that KMS creates, the infrastructure that it creates, and along with the credentials, etc., that particular user will not be able to log in and get the key material for your key. Hence, you need both of these to work together. One another thing that you want to kind of make a note over here is that since the key material is stored in HSM, right, it basically adds an additional layer of security on the top, right? So now what happens is that you have this HSM over here, you can basically control if this HSM is going to be up or not. Let's say if you want to bring this thing down, then none of these CMKs or the users using the CMKs will be able to go ahead and basically use them anymore. So now I am controlling whether the CMK can be used or not. Right? So it's an additional layer of governance, additional layer of security on the top. Of course, you can put some audit logs around it, etc., etc. I mean, you can put your auditing, logging, everything else, right? But you can still control. And there are organizations, there are certain scenarios wherein you might want to control or bring this particular hardware security module down. If this module goes down, then none of these will work. So if that is the kind of level of control you want, for whatever reason, it could be for compliance reasons, for regulatory reasons, or maybe for security reasons, right? For whatever reason, then you want to go ahead and leverage HSM. Maybe it's a good scenario for your production environment as well. Just a thought over there. You have to look at your use case, what your use case is, and see its applicability. And if this is the level of control that you want, then sure, it is available. So I hope, guys, that this particular video was helpful. Do check out the custom key stores. It's a nice, cool feature. And do share your feedback. And this is it from me today. I will see you shortly in some other video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.